Ew, your Nahida's only level 69? Yeah, but she can also do this.
Share my knowledge. Right now, right here. Stand clear.
Nice.
A sight to behold. Lightning.
My Kokomi can also do this. Yeah. What is going on, Saxies? It is Saxman20 here, back with a Genshin video, and I haven't done one of these in a long time. And today we're going to be focusing on Nahida, I think I said that correctly, and her Hyperbloom teams. Me specifically, I like the team that was shown, Yai, Kokomi, Nahida, and Sucrose, but there's many different comps, and we'll get into that. Now, before I get into that, let me just say, make sure to like the video and subscribe so that you can keep up with my content, and let me know that you like the video. And share with some friends that may be interested in the Nahida team, or Hyperbloom team, or just like Genshin Impact. On Mondays, I do horror games. On Thursdays, I do either Genshin or food reviews, and I didn't want to cook today. Now, if you don't know what a Hyperbloom team is, in Genshin Impact, there's an element called Dendro, and there's one called Hydro and Electro. Now, if you combined all these in one big mosh, you get Hyperbloom. But first, you have to do Dendro and then Hydro, which creates a little core that you call a Dendro core. It's like a little fruit. And you can just leave that, and after a time, it'll explode. But if you hit it with Electro, it'll create this reaction called Hyperbloom, which in the video, or the beginning of the video, you saw the 22k Hyperbloom. You can do so much more if you actually have the time to build a Nahida. Now, Nahida's a new character in Genshin Impact who's the god of Dendro, or goddess of Dendro. And she's actually been the most helpful in the story. I'm not going to spoil anything so far, but if you can get through the Archon quest of Sumeru, it's a great experience, and you'll learn a lot about the story through the way. Now, in Genshin Impact, the main thing you need with a Hyperbloom team are an Electro, a Dendro, and a Hydro, of course. And the fourth thing I have on there, and I think would be good to have on there, is Sucrose, because Sucrose can hold a weapon called Hakshin Ring. So what Hakshin Ring does is, if an Electro reaction occurs, the characters who create the Electro reaction get an elemental damage bonus. So I explained this poorly, but Sucrose triggers Hyperbloom by swirling Electro, and that therefore boosts the damage of the Hyperbloom and everyone involved in it. Another really important part of Hyperbloom teams is Elemental Mastery, because any Dendro reaction scales off of Elemental Mastery. Sucrose, please, I'm trying to do a video. But Sucrose has an ability that allows her to EM share from her skill and also from her ult. So that'll give Nahida, Kokomi, and Miko all increased Elemental Mastery. Now me, I don't have a high enough Elemental Mastery for Sucrose, but that's because I don't really have it built that well. But even then, you saw how amazing that team did just then. Now for the next part of the Hyperbloom team, the Hydro aspect, all you need is a Hydro applier. I like Kokomi the best because she's a healer as well. You could also use Barbara if you don't have Kokomi. Or if you're really good at dodging, you can use Yelan or Jingcho. After that, we have the Electro part, which is Yai Miko in my case. But there are other substitutes, and I'll get to that. The best set for that would be the Gilded Dream set, because this is a lot of text. I'm going to summarize it for you. It gives an EM and also attack bonus based on your team comp, which is very important for Yai Miko, especially because her skill is boosted by EM, and also the Hyperbloom damage is boosted by EM. Now, other characters you can use instead of Yai Miko. You can use Raiden Shogun because her skill applies quickly. You can also use Kuki Shinobu, and that is a really great one if you want to run Yelan or Jingcho, because Kuki Shinobu heals, and her heals are mainly based off of HP, but they also get a boost based on Elemental Mastery. So if you build her for Elemental Mastery healing, then it'll improve Hyperbloom damage, it'll heal your team, and it'll allow you to have that Hydro character be an attacking one, such as Yelan or Jingcho. Another character really good for a Hyperbloom team is Fischl because of her Oz. If you have C6 Fischl especially, any Electro reaction that occurs, Oz will do an extra bit of Electro damage, which will just allow for higher Hyperbloom. Okay, now to the most important part of this team, the Dendro aspect, because Dendro is a new element, but this reaction is also a Dendro reaction. So, what I did before I got Nahida was I used Dendro Traveler. It ignores Elemental Mastery. I took all of his artifacts and put them on Nahida. But he's not a bad substitute if you do not have Nahida. But this video is about Nahida, so we're talking about Nahida. Now with Nahida, I would recommend having a 4-piece Deepwood memory set, but you can also have a 2-piece Gilded and 2-piece Elemental Mastery if you want to just focus on boosting the Elemental Mastery as much as you can. But I like this because it shreds Dendro resistance, which allows that damage to be higher. And we're going to ignore the fact that this is a thing. I don't have a single Elemental Mastery Cup. For her signature weapon, I recommend using Sacrificial Fragments because of the amazing Elemental Mastery it gives if you do not already have her signature weapon. Another weapon you can use is this one right here that I do not have unlocked, called Wandering Everstar, because that also gives an Elemental Mastery bonus. And I don't know the substats, but I've heard that those substats are very good for Nahida. I think they relate to energy recharge. Even though my Hyperbloom team didn't get through a level 90 red, which, might I say, that is much more difficult than it seems. She absolutely clowned on the Perpetual Mechanical Array, and I could not use him for the showcase because he would just die instantly before I got a single Hyperbloom off. And I only say that because it just shows how powerful this team really is. You know what? I don't want y'all to just take my word for it, so we're going to actually fight the Perpetual Mechanical Array. And I'm just going to show you how easy it is. By show you how easy it is, I mean I'm going to skip to the end once he's in his down phase, because that's all I need. Alright, so yeah, we're here. You can see how low his health already is. If I just pop Nahida's ult and all that.
Come on now. Right now.
It's that easy. You saw a 24k Hyperbloom? I don't even know how I did that, but I did. Also, I was able to do the last floor of Spiral Abyss with this Hyperbloom team with Nahida at a lower level, especially for the final boss of the 12th floor, the
Perpetual Mechanical Array ripoff.
the algorithm. I'm just gonna say that, especially for the algorithm, because he has this one phase where you have to use catalyst reactions. The Hyperbloom teams are very, very useful. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video on the Nahida Hyperbloom team. It was a bit impromptu, so I hope that it all came across correctly. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to let me know you like the video. Keep up with my content. Share with some friends who like Genshin Impact and are on the fence about getting Nahida, because this team is actually very free to play friendly, besides Nahida, of course. And there's other team comps you can do with Nahida, but I don't want to touch that in this video. But Nahida is just overall a very versatile character, and she's a very fun character to play. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, Saxies.